Hello and welcome again to Not Fake News. I have two articles here. First one is, you said it, Trey, the Pitbull Gowdy. An article by Lindsay Bruce from Liberty Writers. Good Lord. Trey Gowdy just humiliated the judges of the Ninth Circuit. Schools them in the rule of law. Trey Gowdy is a man of integrity who has dedicated his life to the rule of law. He has proven time and again that he will be the first to stand for the right of what is right. This week, Gowdy impressed us again and spoke out against the political activist judge who put a halt on President Trump's immigration order. Gowdy gave the judges a legal pummeling of a lifetime. He said, "No one familiar with the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals should be surprised by today's ruling. The Ninth Circuit has a well-earned reputation for being presumptively reversible." Ooh, that is rough. Gowdy went on to cite the law that the judges openly ignored and then gave them a brutal lesson in the rule of law. He said, "It seems clear to all of us who are not on the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, there is no right to come to this country for non-citizens of the United States. It also seems clear that judges are neither in a position practically or jurisprudentially to second-guess national security determinations made by the Commander-in-Chief. There is a reason we elect the Commander-in-Chief and do not elect federal judges." Trey Gowdy tweets, "For those like Alexander Hamilton who once or now wondered if the judicial branch would be too weak, wonder no more. Thank you, Trey Gowdy, for fighting for America and safety and standing with our great president." For a full statement, you can read it here. I think I want to. I want to read that. I want to read that here. I read all that, right? Reputation, a particular interests. Yeah, that's rough. I can't really read that all that, but you can. I'm gonna pop that up here like that if you want to zoom in on that later. Okay. Tore them up, Trey. And our next story. "No freaking way," by Paris Wade. "Saudi Arabia backs Trump. Look what they just did in the last 4 months." It's so funny to hear liberals complain about Trump's travel ban when Obama and nearly every other country has done something similar. Now look at this. The Middle East Monitor, that's a magazine, I guess, is now saying that Saudi Arabia has been deporting tens of thousands of Pakistanians. Many of these people being reported as linked to ISIS. So, sounds like Saudi Arabia agrees with the extreme vetting program, doesn't it? Here's Prince Awalid bin Talal on Bloomberg. Yeah.
As you know, Your Highness, there's a lot of concern here in this country and in this region that the Trump administration will be less supportive of the Middle East because of concerns over terrorism, for example, immigration, and the cost of military support. Do you...
I could be like them. We could be just like them and say, wait a minute, this leftist reporter just called him Your Highness. Are you in bed with the Saudis? Do you love the Saudis? Are you a communist? Do you want Sharia law? Is that what you're for? Are those your ideas? Yeah.
Do you expect a meaningful shift in U.S. policy here?
Well, it's no secret that the relationship between Saudi Arabia and the Arab world in general and the United States has not been very nice, if I can use this term, in the last 8 years or so. They've been very turbulent. I think with the Trump administration, at least we will get a focused strategy, focused plan, focused policy, whereby at the end of the day, Mr. Trump will represent the United States and the whole world. And I think once he begins thinking deeply about the role of the Arab world and Saudi Arabia and its support to the United States, I think the relationship will be a lot more improved between both groups, Saudi Arabia and Arab world on one side and the United States.
So regardless of what exactly it is he tries to do, you see it getting better?
You know, look, I always like to differentiate between candidate Trump, President-elect Trump, and President Trump. We already have seen the growth and advancement between, and the change between candidate Trump and President-elect Trump. And I can assure you that the change between President-elect Trump and President Trump will be also different.
Your Royal Highness, Saudi Arabia is trying to, very slowly I should add, wean itself off of oil. The Deputy Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has initiated a plan to transform and transition this economy by cutting government spending, attracting foreign investment, and raising revenue. It is an enormous and unprecedented undertaking. Is it going to work?
Well, we have seen the Brexit in the UK. We have seen the surprise win of Mr. Trump in the United States. The whole world is seeking change. And thanks God that Saudi Arabia got Mohammed bin Salman under his father, King Salman, and with the support of Prince Mohammed bin Naif.
And now look, he wants peace, okay? And look at this. This Saudi Arabia is not one of the countries in the 7-country travel ban. It's not. Because Trump went to him and he said, look, we did a travel ban. Your country's not one of them. You kind of dodged a bullet. You want to keep it that way? And this gentleman, Prince Alawid, said, yes, I do. And they worked out a deal. And he's been deporting people, and he's been doing a little before that, and he's also going to work on fighting ISIS with Trump. I heard that as well. So this is all good. This is all good news.
Who is the Crown Prince to really establish all these new rules for Saudi Arabia to lessen its dependence on dangerous dependence on oil, which have been really asking for since more than 5 years ago. But thanks God it's happening right now. So less dependence on oil, budgetary constraints, increasing revenues from various areas. So all these are very much welcomed and supported by me personally.
How do you demonstrate your support? What can you do to help him?
Other than coming on here and telling you?
Contact with Prince Mohammed, and I meet King Salman every week once. So my support is very much established. But clearly, right now we are going to really invest in many of the projects that he's talking about. For example, I've just talked today. For example, just 2 hours ago, the executive chairman of Six Flags. And you know, Six Flags being very public about its coming in as its expectation to come to Saudi Arabia.
And so amusement parks.
Oh yes, I just talked to him. I mean, we just told him that we are international investors, and he knows obviously Kingdom Holding. He knows that we invested with Disney in Paris, so he welcomed that. And we already established link with them right now to begin having the private sector headed by Kingdom Holding to invest with them, with Six Flags. So we are going to support them by having the private sector and employ our money of Kingdom Holding and private sector to be in support of public sector money, which is of Saudi Arabia.
Your Royal Highness, help people to understand how delicate this balancing act is between the royal family on the one side, of course, and public servants and the Saudi people on the other.
Well, you know, some members of the royal family, like King Salman, Mohammed bin Naif, Prince Mohammed bin Naif, Prince Mohammed Salman, are members of our family, but also are government officials. Yes. Now, in my case, I'm a member of our family, but I'm a private citizen. I'm in private sector. So really, it's when Prince Mohammed bin Salman interacts with the business community, interacts with the government officials, he interacts in his capacity as being government official.
Okay. Good stuff. Saudi Arabia has now deported almost 40,000 Pakistanis because they claim that they could be involved in terrorist acts. You won't see the liberal media report on this. Saudi officials have even called for a rigorous vetting process for allowing foreign workers into the kingdom. Doesn't that sound a lot like extreme vetting to you? We need to get this news out. Share this with your friends and family and tell them to share it with their friends as well. Saudi Arabia has been plagued with Pakistani terrorists. They don't want them either. They did a travel ban and it is working. They even make Pakistani citizens must undergo religious and political checks before entering Saudi Arabia. And I say throw in lie detectors just for safe measure. Share this article right now. Why is it that other countries can have religious tests and extreme vetting and we can't? Chew on that, patriots. Well, thank you for watching once again. subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And if you like what we're doing here on Not Fake News, give us a like the video, because that's really important and we really appreciate that. Thank you so much and have a great day. See you next time. Not Fake News.